Wise, are you hearing me? All right. Good morning and welcome. We're going to go ahead and go forward with the next part of the agenda to respect your time. But I'm Eddie Maresh, and I have the privilege of working with Mr. Doyne and our business partners and volunteers. And we want to thank you for being here today. Lilburn is a great community. And what does it take to be a great community? Look around the room, all of us, okay? Ever since the dawn of time, if you think about towns, villages, not just here in the United States, but in the world, there's always a bedrock or a cornerstone that anchors that community. Usually it's schools, church, places of worship, those kind of things. And we are that bedrock. We're the cornerstone, and y'all are a part of it. And so we appreciate you being a part of it. Because if you look around the room, you see a lot of young faces. That's why. Okay? Some people are worried about the future of our country. And some days when you watch the news, it's understandable. But when I look at our young people and the amazing things that they're capable of and the things that they're doing, I feel pretty good. Okay? Because someday, I'm very close, we'll retire. I'm going to hand it over to them. And they're going to be in charge. And it's a little scary. But we're doing our part, and you're doing your part here at Lilburn Middle School to ensure that they're well prepared to take the role. So we thank you and we appreciate you because it takes synergy. Now Lilburn, now all these other surrounding communities, they try to copy us, you know. Swanee, they have their little town center, and Lawrenceville, they're revamping the whole downtown, and trying to keep up with Lilburn. But there's only one Lilburn. Okay? And we have the most amazing kids that can do great things. And so we are excited that you're here and that you get to be a part of this journey of us helping our students accomplish their potential. Okay? So thanks for being here. We do want to know who you are. So we're going to do this quickly because there's a lot of you, which is great. That means we have great involvement. But we just want you to tell us your name and your affiliation with whatever business or worship or whatever organization you're a part of, just let us know what that is, okay? So we're going to start over here, and we'll start right here, okay? Just tell us your name and who you're associated. Stand up so we can hear you and see you.
Mr. Chris Sloan, owner of Skate Along USA. We have fundraisers for the school.
Awesome. Thank you. That's awesome.
Luis Contreras, and this is my beautiful wife, and we have a video and photography production company. You can find us with Captura Media on Instagram.
Awesome, thank you for being here. We're going to go over to the youth. Oh. Okay, we'll go over here to the youth. Okay. Stand up for us.
My name is Shirley, and I'm a senior at McClure.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Estefania, and I'm also a senior at McClure, and I am a past student. I graduated here a few years back, and I do come here to volunteer occasionally and other things.
I'm Mary Cruz. I'm Paula.
I'm Isael.
And we're seniors from Middle Creek High School.
My name is David Serrato. I'm from McClure, and I interned here and helped out in the clinic.
I'm not a student. So my name is Raquel Machuca. I'm the Youth Services Program Manager for the Latin American organization. I work with these kids right here in our after-school programming, and we are currently planning for the summer. So.
Hello, my name is Ronaldo Julio, and I come here to volunteer.
My name is Alma Suarez, and I was a past student here.
I'm Reggie Wilson. I'm with the Lilburn Women's Club. I'm Russian Mays. I have a grade here who's graduating, and I volunteer.
I'm Martha Lanis. I am from Meadow Creek High School, and I'm the Parent Center Coordinator over there.
My name is Violeta Dominguez from APEX Program.
Hi,
I'm Uncle Wella, I'm a photographer, and I'm also a city council. So on behalf of the city council, it's a joy to be here and see what y'all are doing.
Glad to have you.
My name is Jasmine. I
Hey, just a volunteer question, just the Grand Canyon. We need you.
My name is Delani, and I was also studying here, and I volunteer most of the time.
Hi, my name is Ruthie Oyola, and I'm with MPAC, Multicultural Arts Community. And we bring talent here, and I also always come and say hello.
All right, we're gonna go back to the back.
I'm Sabrina Riskin. I work at Seismic at Georgia Tech and we help our students to come to Georgia Tech from Lilburn and also after school programs and summer camps. I'm Alice Medino, a graduating senior at McClure Health and Science High School, and I was also a former student.
And this way.
I'm Elizabeth Neal. I'm a parent. I have a sixth grader here.
My name is Joyce Mayberry, and I'm with Georgia Center for Opportunity, and we offer family engagement, relationship education.
I'm Caitlin Stewart, I'm also with Georgia Center for Opportunity.
Rachel Horlocker, I am signing on at Lilburn, we made all the sides and all.
I am Marquise McAllister, this is my son Tyreek, and we have a small nonprofit here in Lilburn. We service the Gwinnett area, and it's called Community Unity Program. Yes, he's a former student.
My name is Travis Sanders. I work for the Corners Outreach. We provide after-school tutoring and summer camps for students K through 12. A lot of them coming from Lilburn and the Middle Creek Cluster.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mr. Lex Perry. I am part of the Multicultural Arts Community Organization, also known as MCAC. I volunteered for many years here in Lilburn. Great community. What we do as an organization, we're a nonprofit organization that helps with youth empowerment, utilizing the arts, singing, music, dance, and we help guide our young children in a positive way, with life skills and personal development and growth.
I'm Ramon Smith. I just opened up a community pipe and supply next door here to the school, so I have what you need when you get ready to ship things.
Good morning, I am Catherine Green. You heard from my colleagues Joyce, Mayberry, and Caitlin. And we provide relationship education to parents and students, so look us up.
Good morning, I'm Myron Williams, I'm with the Apex program, and I'm
Good morning, I'm Jessica Baker. I'm one of the co-presidents for the PTSA here at Lilburn Middle School. And what do I have a former student that has come back to help. And I have two current 8th graders here that actually volunteer from time to time.
My name is Bruce Williams. Sorry. I'm just a student mentor. I follow one of the students from Lilburn Elementary to Lilburn Middle, and so I just work with the students.
Awesome.
We representing the Lilburn Brunch, the public library. So, welcome every single one of you. Come and visit me.
Good morning, my name is Annie. I had the privilege of going to Lilburn Middle School, and it's a privilege to volunteer and help Mr. Joyce. He's a great person, as pretty sure all of you guys know.
Yeah.
My name is Nora Hermani, for my daughters.
Hi, good morning. I'm Nicole, and and we are from International Free Baptist Church.
Brian Pettigrew, I'm with Youth for Christ. I run the Campus Life program with youth students.
Good morning again. I'm Gregory Bailey, Director of Community and Social Service Ministries at the Salem Missionary Baptist Church down the street. Salem is the second oldest religious institution in this community. This year we celebrate 188 years.
Hi, my name is Melissa Brooks. I'm also from Salem Missionary Baptist Church, where I work as youth and children's director.
Good morning, my name is Chris Anderson. I'm the youth pastor at Wilburn First Baptist Church.
Did we miss anybody?
No.
Student helpers, wave your hands. We have representatives from our wonderful student council and JLC, so we appreciate them being here. Look around the room, you see a lot of former students. Once you bleed blue, you always bleed blue, but again, thank you for being here and for all that you contribute to our school. I'm going to move it to the next part of our program and get my picture off the screen.
Okay, so we always like to recap with what we did this year with all of your support. Of course, we can't capture everything in a few slides, otherwise we'll be here all afternoon. But we do want to catch some highlights and just share with you some of the big things. We mentioned that we're focused on the theme of championship this year, and so we want to tell you the championship story that we walked through this year using the support that you all provided. All right, so how we began. First and foremost, you'll see some images on the screen. We had a speaker, Cedric King, who actually he's a veteran. He had a very compelling story to tell our teachers about being a champion himself. Just kind of riding through some of those rough moments, you can see that he has personal challenges that he had to overcome. So that was kind of a sticking point that we would go back to frequently throughout the year with our staff, just reminding them of that great presentation that we had in the fall. You'll also see images of some of you all helping out during our open house that we had. So how we began our story was really important. We wanted to set the tone, set the stage, and through your resources and physical help, like coming to volunteer or just providing ideas or connections for us, we were able to get off to a really good start this year. All right, so the meat of the year. So at the very bottom of the screen, you'll see an image that we refer to in nearly all of our faculty meetings, and this is called the roller coaster of the school year. So teachers start out, they're very excited, they're like, woo, go get them. This is gonna be a great year. The kids are gonna all listen to us, right? And then around fall, like things start to set in that maybe there's some big challenges that we have to overcome. Maybe this is going to be a harder year, especially post-COVID, we're seeing that. So that bottom dip, we call that disillusionment. And we go through this every faculty meeting. We just ask, where are you all? And it's pretty on point. Then towards like December, we start to feel rejuvenated. We have that long break. Second year, we have New Year's resolutions. We're going to be awesome. And then we kind of start rising again, and then anticipation hits. So right now, we're in anticipation. Like we are anticipating sand and sea and a break, and then a new school year. So this is the roller coaster we go through. So a lot of what you see that we use your support for, funding-wise, is for teacher SEL to help them to regroup. So what you notice is that we feed our teachers a lot. We do a nice holiday gift for them every year. We also give them supplies that they need for activities and events. These are images of our school store. And the reason that we thought to develop a school store is that we had lots of teachers going out, spending money. And that really shouldn't happen because you're doing the work for our students. And so we have a school store where free of charge they can go in and shop, just bring a bag. All we ask is that you log what you take, and that's it. On this side over here, we'll have certain clubs that will try to raise funds, so they'll put snacks junk food, and teachers can purchase that. So that's the only thing that's for cost, but everything on the other side is free of charge for our teachers. We also have rewarded students with ice cream, candy, if they host the news show. We took our news show on the road, this is just this past year. We started going into classrooms and having the homeroom host. And so what does a good homeroom look like? Some of our volunteers who are here while Schools in Motion have seen this happen. But we'll just broadcast from a homeroom, and they're really excited to be stars and celebrities for the day. And then at the very end of it, we'll have a student get on and tell us what champions do. And it's really interesting to hear their take on what champions do, and they tell the rest of the student body some ideas. And so those homerooms that host, they get ice cream or candy or Chick-fil-A gift cards. And so that, the funding is used towards that. We also have a lot of counseling efforts. Our counseling department currently does not receive a budget. So a lot of the things that they do are funded because of donations that you have provided, such as Career Day. Raise your hand if you were here for Career Day. You helped out or you had a booth. We have a lot of volunteers who could not be here today who were here for Career Day, and that is funded through the funds that you provide. We also help to fund Awards Day activities and the counseling advisory meetings that we have. And sometimes our fine arts department, they'll have needs that just they don't really fit in any of the funding boxes that were provided from the district or Title I. And so we just need to either get a grant or donations. And so through your donations, we can help provide curtains or whatever they may need for a show that's coming up or an activity they want to do with their students. So that's kind of a quick recap, and I know there's a lot of you who did other things that may not be mentioned here, but those are kind of some of the highlights. So how our story ends? Well, it never ends. It never ends. You heard Salem Baptist, you guys were here for 188 years, and so the story never ends. But we just continue to provide that continuous effort. Some things that are coming up is that we want to fund a peer mediation program for our students. We found a really good one. It is not free, but we do think that that will benefit our students. We also are going to transform our school into a trauma-informed school. So we have hired a counselor who her job is to focus on behaviors. So she is going to be a behavior support specialist and help to lead us in that. So she's working with a contact from Mercer University to help transform our school into a trauma-informed school. That doesn't mean we're going to be doing psychoeducation. That's not what it means. It just means that when we approach our students, we're going to be thinking of some of the things that they may have experienced, like in our approach. And then also new teacher induction costs. There's not really a neat box that fits in. And so any donations that we receive will be towards that. Teacher retention. Whenever we can keep a teacher on board, we win. We all win. It just really helps us to continue the conversation versus starting from the beginning every time we have a new person. So we do have Dr. Moresh actually leads our new teacher cohort. So he's done a lot like create t-shirts, they're part of a cohort, give them a class picture, like some special things to make them feel like, okay, we're part of this team. And then student intervention, we do have MTSS in place that is not funded. And so we will provide interventions for those students as well as incentives for them to continue to be motivated to keep working hard. All right, and so that's kind of the year in review and where we're going. Do you guys have any questions about any of that? Or any interest in things that you want to see happen that maybe we didn't capture? All right, y'all are awesome. And you know what, I think they got the middle school memo, if you don't ask questions. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next part of our program. Mr. Dwayne, I think you're up next. Thank you.
Dr. Moresh didn't say this, but a couple weeks ago, she was recognized as the Principal of the Year for Gwinnett area. It's about 50 schools, 40, 50 schools, something like that. So all the schools in Meadow Creek, South Gwinnett, Parkview, Brookwood, and the Shiloh cluster. So it's a big deal. So we're proud of that. So about to hand out some certificates. I'm going to ask, let's see, could I have one or two student council helpers help me with this, please? So disclaimer, always have to have a disclaimer. There's a lot of, it's a good problem to have. We have so much support for our school. Sometimes some names fall through the cracks and I don't have the certificates or I don't have the picture on the slide, so I'll just ask you, as a former staff member used to tell me, please charge it to my head and not my heart. It's an amazing thing. And also before we do this, I don't know if you heard how many former students are here, but if you're a former Lilburn Middle School student, or Radloff Middle School student, or Meadow Creek student, or McClure student, please stand up. It's just a wonderful thing to have you all come back and give back. We're really proud of you all. Raise your hand if you're graduating in the next week and a half. Raise your hand if you're graduating next week and a half. Thank you all. We'll have some significant for you. I probably missed one or two. But if I'm missing one for you, if I'm missing certificates, then I'll make sure you get one. We have two sections coming up. So we've got the volunteer appreciation and then the business partner and community partner presentation. So first we'll do the volunteers and then we'll do the business partners. I do have pictures of most of the volunteers, but not the business partners. But we'll take pictures now, and really glad Luis and his wife are here. They do amazing work for the community. Okay, so let's see, where are my certificates? Okay. And then I'll ask you to come up, and then we've got Valeria and Andressa taking pictures for the yearbook and video for the yearbook, and some of the student council members are helping as well. We have Jimmy and Marlene, and Ed, you're here helping out. And of course you met Daisy, and then Valerie will speak to us, and Genesis is over here. All right, so let's see, who's up? Okay, so Allison Nino Rojas, come on up, please. Would you mind if we had the guests or the people getting recognized have a picture taken with you? I think that'd be better. Okay, if you don't mind, come on over here. If you can make this with Dr. Irish.
Do you want me to come on?
Oh, smart. Okay, all right. All right.
Do you want to get the camera? I'll go get it.
Andreas Chiriaco, are you here, Andrea? Any other man? I should move this over there. Just want to point out something about Elizabeth. She's definitely been volunteering, but I'm going to embarrass her a little bit. But she purchased a